What's up, guys? Today we're going to be covering another Layer 1 project with very promising technology and immense long-term potential. My name's Armando and I'm going to be filling in for Alex today. Now, as most of you know, Layer 1 projects such as Solana, Polkadot, and Avalanche have recently been popping off. And with the increased adoption of blockchain technology, also brings scalability issues. The coin I'm going to be talking about today looks to fix these issues, and that coin is Mina. After its initial coin offering back in March of 2021, Mina's been in a bit of a downturn that coincides with the time period in which Bitcoin was bordering around 30K level. However, recently, with the altcoins pumps and Bitcoin pumping alongside with it, Mina's well on track to be rewarding its investors. Now, Mina coin is a revolutionary Layer 1 protocol that utilizes cutting-edge technology to run dApps with maximum privacy while still remaining the lightest cryptocurrency in the market. Now, what exactly do I mean by lightest? Mina's transaction history is programmed to forever remain only at a mind-blowing 22 kilobytes. Now pause, think about the implications of this. An entire blockchain which only consists of 22 kilobytes. The possibilities are endless. And we've already done a deep dive on the technology behind Mina, and if you'd like to know a little bit more about that, check the link out below. Anyways, in this video, we're going to be breaking down how Mina protocol can solve one of the most critical issues with cryptocurrency and why it's been attracting a lot of investors recently. Keep watching. Now, for those of you who don't know already, Mina protocol is designed to address one of the most fundamental flaws that most cryptocurrencies in this market have. Let's take a look at Bitcoin as an example. To explain the issue at hand, most of you already know that blockchain is forever growing, and as miners keep creating blocks on the Bitcoin network, the transaction history keeps growing with it. Currently, one block on the network contains 1 megabyte of information, and that results in a total transaction history slightly over 360 gigabytes, which is huge. And as Bitcoin continues to grow, the number's only going to increase with it, and these storage issues are going to cause a problem. Only a select number of miners will be able to maintain this file. If this doesn't worry you, it really should. This means the progressive decrease in Bitcoin's decentralization. And you're probably asking, isn't decentralization one of the core pillars of cryptocurrency? Well, yes, that's the whole point, which is why this video is so crucial for you to keep paying attention to. As I mentioned earlier, Mina protocol is designed to maintain a consistent size of 22 kilobytes, which is currently over 16 million times smaller than Bitcoin's transaction history. This allows anyone to operate a node and help secure its network without needing sophisticated computer hardware. Now, to maintain this size of 22 kilobytes, Mina uses what's called ZK snarks, which in a sense effectively proves something without needing to provide any information to support that proof. Mind-blowing, I know. This may be difficult for everyone to wrap their heads around, so I'm going to try and break it down in a really simple way. Think of it this way. Let's say you go on a vacation in South Africa to go see some wildlife, elephants, and you want to show your friends that you just saw said elephant. You're not going to bring the elephant with you on the plane and physically show your friends one by one the elephant. You're most likely going to take a picture of that elephant and send it through a text. Mina equates their ZK snarks to taking a picture of an object in real life to prove its existence, as opposed to carrying it around and showing people. When another block is created, the snapshot of that block is then taken with the previous state of the blockchain in the background, which then becomes the backdrop to the next block. So think of it as taking a picture within a picture done over and over and over again. And it doesn't end there. Mina's lightweight technology is not its only charm. ZK Snark's ability to prove the existence of information without providing the information can drastically change many elements of our lives. This is called zero-proof knowledge. When you go to the bank to take out a loan, you don't want to give away any private information like your identity, your social security numbers. You don't know if you can trust the bank and these institutions with that information. This is where zero knowledge proof runs to your aid. If this technology is adopted by financial institutions, it's going to change the game. You won't have to go to the trouble of giving any private information away when you're operating with these institutions. Now, although Mina has made solid promises to solve cryptocurrency scalability, we still want to look at the tokenomics behind the coin and see if it's an investment with explosive potential. So, Mina is an inflationary currency with no supply cap, and all token holders can stake or delegate to receive the proportional fraction of the inflation, with no lockup period or bonding required to do so. What's interesting is that Mina has an annual inflation rate of 12% that's going to be gradually decreasing over the next 2 years by 5%. And what also is interesting about this is that this can be further modified by a community vote. They take that very seriously, right? So the tokenomics breakdown is also as follows. 20.5% of Mina's initial distribution was allocated to private investors. Another 23.5% was given to core contributors. 01 Labs, one of the main developers for ZK Snarks, was given 7.5%. And then the Mina Foundation received 6%. Another 42.3% was given out to the community as an incentive for supporting the project and to help the ecosystem grow. And then finally, the last 7.5% was listed in the initial coin offering back of March of 2021. One of the most crazy parts of the whole Mina protocol is the fact that 95% of eligible Mina tokens are currently either staked or delegated. For reference, Cardano has only a 70% of their current supply either staked or delegated. It's over 25% more. It's absolutely insane. Think about how much supply is out there in Mina. Although Mina is an inflationary token, due to factors like low available supply, high demand for new layer 1 cryptocurrencies, and the increased overall capital entering the crypto markets from retail investors, Mina protocol is looking very promising at this moment. Now, let's dive into why we are seeing Mina recover back to its initial price range and, in my opinion, getting ready to take off. Alongside the cryptocurrency market's bull run, there are major news in the last couple of months that have catapulted Mina to its spot in the top 100 coins by market capitalization. Starting back in June of 2021, the first major piece of news hit, and that was it being listed on Kraken's exchange, followed by Crypto.com in July of 2021. I don't think I need to go over why being listed on such big exchanges has played such a key role in Mina's growth. These are major exchanges that attract not only the attention of casual investors, but also indicate the legitimacy and potential for larger investors to consider. Just as well, in August of 2021, Binance has listed Mina on what they call their innovation zone. In their words, the innovation zone is a dedicated trading zone where users are able to trade new, innovative tokens that are likely to have a higher volatility and pose a higher risk than other tokens. So again, trading these coins requires extra caution, so it might be a lot easier and a lot wiser to just simply hold them if their promises are looking credible. The technology behind Mina is currently getting a lot of attention from some of the biggest people in the crypto space. Just earlier this year, in September, Vitalik Buterin tweeted about how ZK Snarks will allegedly revolutionize the mainstream world and in the future. As I previously mentioned in the video, Vitalik's tweet refers to a technology that, alongside other various protocols used, Mina protocol also utilizes. Also in September, Mina protocol announced their collaboration with Polygon, a protocol and a framework used for building and connecting Ethereum-compatible blockchain networks where developers are building dApps on Polygon can leverage the privacy and verifiability via Mina's ZK Snarks-based protocol. Now, Evan Shapiro, CEO of the Mina protocol, further elaborated on the purpose of their partnership by saying, Mina's foundation shares Polygon's dream of fully decentralized ecosystems of dApps empowering users with control over their own data privacy. We are very excited about the privacy-preserving and verifiable applications that will be launched on Polygon using Mina protocol. This integration will enable many practical use cases such as DeFi platforms verifying users' information in a secure and private manner, NFT builders keep their ownership data private, and social media dApps verifying that users are real without requirement of sharing personable identifiable information. That's huge. Now, towards the end of September, Ethereum and Mina Foundation awarded the NIL Foundation with a contract of about $1.2 million to implement Mina's ZK Snark technology on Ethereum. This will theoretically allow Mina to be verified on Ethereum virtual machines. Now, why is that so important? Evan Shapiro, the CEO of Mina Protocol, commented on this and basically said, ultimately, the verification of Mina's blockchain on Ethereum will enable developers to leverage the benefits of using recursive snarks on Ethereum in building dApps. This is how digital verifiability and privacy become the norm. Last but not least, guys, perhaps the most bullish news came recently on this month. November 10th, Twitter announced the launch of a dedicated crypto team for the handling of all things blockchain at Twitter. They're calling this Twitter Crypto. Fancy name, I know. Now, the interesting thing is that a person named Tess Renierson was hired as the team's lead engineer and to set the strategy for the future of crypto at Twitter. Now, Renierson tweeted, "First, we'll be exploring how we can support the growing interest among creators to use decentralized apps to manage virtual goods and currencies and to support their work and communities. Looking further ahead, we'll be exploring how ideas from crypto communities can help us push the boundaries of what's possible with the identity, community, and ownership, and more." And guess what, guys? Tess Renierson is a board member of the Mina protocol. As you would expect, this is extremely bullish for the Mina protocol, since one of their board members is a leading and official crypto section of a giant social media platform. Mina's revolutionary technology, however, is not as perfect as you might think by now. There are some fundamental flaws which I'm going to go over, right? The network speed is limited to the speed of which snarkers are creating zero-knowledge proofs at. And according to the CEO, Evan Shapiro, the network speed is currently tops out at 22 transactions per second, which honestly isn't too good, guys. There's also a security concern, which is probably more concerning than everything else I just mentioned, that arises when we wonder, where is the transaction history being stored? While a log of the transaction isn't required to validate these transactions, it is important for various dApps to be able to access a history of transactions. Just as well, in a case of a disaster in the network, such a document is essential for recovery. Now, it turns out that the unofficial fourth participant, an archive node, is in possession of this data, and the information is stored on a Google Cloud. As we all know, data stored on a centralized cloud owned by giant technology companies is never truly secure or private. So, with all this being said, guys, Mina Protocol is still a very appealing investment due to the fact that their technology is very well rounded, their tokenomics are really good. The recent news that has been in favor of this project, it does have a few flaws that may potentially hold it back from skyrocketing in the short to midterm. However, if these issues are addressed properly and their team keeps up with their efforts, Mina Protocol could keep climbing up the ladders in the market with ease. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in, and as Alex always say, if you don't get with it, you will be left behind.